It's a half-century-old federal law that hasn't ever been followed. Experts say if it had been, we'd have a better understanding of law enforcement excessive force cases across the country.
10 Investigates made the discovery after their 6-month investigation, which we showed you last month. Tonight, in part 3 of our series, Excessive, we take a look at why this happened and find out who is behind the push to make it right.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get your hands! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Okay! Stop! Okay! Do anything!
Place that me and my friends used to go on the weekends called Ivory. Man, they started yelling at me and saying I was being harassing people, and I said I'm just waiting for my ride home. That's when I stood up, and then the officers basically just rushed me and just started pounding on me, wailing me.
What happened to Jason Dragish is etched in his mind forever. It was also caught on surveillance video inside that club.
I mean, my entire face was just bludgeoned, black eye on both faces, cut on my lip, swollen lip.
10 Investigates discovered FDLE doesn't track complaints. They do track the cases which were decided by the officer's department to show excessive force. The federal government should be tracking these cases too. It is federal law that was passed in 1994, a law that then Senator Joe Biden had a big hand in writing. It's all right here in black and white. Title 42, Section 14142 requires the United States Attorney General to acquire data on the use of excessive force and to report on it annually. We emailed the AG's office for all 25 annual reports. They admitted the Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act requires the Attorney General to acquire data about the use of excessive force by law enforcement officers. But they didn't attach any of those reports we requested. Instead, they sent us a link to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, where they say they've made efforts to acquire that data.
Has that ever happened? Have we ever had an annual report?
Not to the spirit of the language of that statute. I mean, the intent there was that every year there would be a report on use of excessive force by police.
That's Matt Hickman, a professor at Seattle University. He used to work at the Bureau of Justice Statistics. He says they attempted to collect data from police departments on citizen complaints about police use of force in 2002, even published it. The author on the report, Matt Hickman.
And is that the last time that was collected then?
That was the first and last time that it was collected and reported. After I left BJS subsequently collected additional waves of complaints data, but they never published them.
Why hasn't it been followed?
To be fair, it's a tough nut to crack. It's challenging. And does that mean we shouldn't do it? No. Does that mean that we shouldn't try? No. But it's never been properly resourced.
10 Investigates reached out to Florida's 2 members of the House of Representatives who are on the Congressional Law Enforcement Caucus, Val Demings and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, for months to ask their thoughts about this and if they would push for the law to be followed. Wasserman Schultz never got back to us, and Demings never had time to speak with us.
Congress needs to pass a law saying that this is mandatory, that agencies will report data on the use of force to the federal government. So you need Congress to pass a law. Second, you need to resource it properly.
Some experts say the data collection is critical because it would give agencies a better look at where possible trends lie, possible training that could be implemented.
Get on the ground! Resisting! Get your hands! Stop resisting!
I remember being on the ground saying, you guys got this wrong.
This data would also provide transparency, helping to build relationships between law enforcement and the communities they serve.
I think there should be a database, if not statewide, nationwide.
And that's the big thing we've uncovered during this investigation and talking to experts. While not every officer has been found guilty of using excessive force should be blacklisted from law enforcement, experts say this points to the need for better training and more help.
And Jen, talking about this act, President Biden actually helped write it when he was a senator, right?
Yeah, he was then Senator Joe Biden. It's something we'll be watching and continue talking with our federal lawmakers about. As Matt Hickman told us, he's hoping the loophole is closed on this so we can get the data required by law. And now tomorrow night, we'll show you how one local agency is implementing new training to help de-escalate situations to prevent excessive force issues in the future.
This really has been an eye-opening investigation. Great work by you and our entire 10 Investigates team. Just scan this QR code that we just popped up on your screen here. That's going to take you to the entire 4-part series, Excessive, which you can watch right now on our 10 Tampa Bay website.